We enter round 2 of the Open Championship at Shorditch Links. A little bit behind the 8 ball. So we are not fully out of it. Gonna need a big round here to make the cut. But I believe it until I do not. So let's dive in. Tee boxes move forward here. Winds stay high, this time out of the southwest. Fairway is very firm. Greens are moderate, so that should help, but greens speed up all the way to the maximum. So all that's left to do is try and press on through the suffering. 446 yards here on the first, and I think, again, like last time, very firm fairways. I think the driver is just one of those shots you run a little stinger. Just try and run it out there, get it up the right-hand side, let it feed right to left. And just don't put yourself into bunker trouble or in the rough out the gate. All right. So we've got 158 yards here, uphill. So we're going to carry about 148. Get another, like, maybe 7 at the back. 155, knock off just like a touch. So we're going to need a little loft. It is moderate, so a little loft. And a good amount of spin with the very fasts. Try and get this thing to sit nicely for us. You know, that's the ultimate goal, and that should drift left. All right, that's a good strike. It's a good line. Will it sit pretty for us? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Okay, just got to do that like 17 more times, and we will be absolutely money. So managed to birdie the first in both rounds. So we've got that going for us. 274 yards with the wind. See, this is the type of thing, you'd land it here and just run it straight off the back. Now, if you go hybrid, 256 with wind. I don't think I can get it back anywhere close. The question actually becomes 3-wood. If you're like pin high, can you play a bunch of shape here? I don't know if I'm getting a little bit too overzealous with this, but I think I'm actually going to try and shape this 3-wood. Try and work back. It's a nice shot. That much shot shape, though, and we only take off and land at 274. So we're going to roll off the back of the green anyway. I think it was a solid effort. I honestly can't believe it rolls out that long. But you know what? We have an uphill chance. It's very fast, so I'll still probably put a touch of brake on this. Uphill a little. It's moderate. It's going to skip forward and then do the roll. Lots of brake at the end. Ah, do I? I didn't lose as much. It doesn't lose as much off of the uphill as I thought. That, like, fired out. That's less than ideal. That is absolutely less than ideal. You don't hit this as firm, so it's breaking. Huge save. Okay, so let's just, like, not do that again. I think regardless, I know I'm trying to hold that chip out, but at the same time, it's one of those, things. Like, I think I have to just try and play to stop it and not run it by that far. Because that just gets so dangerous. You don't want to leave yourself with those sorts of putts. All right, pitching wedge might not be enough club. It's 160 to the back here, but uphill 9 and a bad lie. So effectively, I mean, you're talking 171 yards to get there, but then you have wind. 10 and on an uphill. But it's uphill so much. I think 9 iron. Lost a good amount of backspin on it. And then pushing it. Yeah, I think this will be okay. I pushed that one so far to the right. A little aggressive on the thumb. We're up on the echelon, but that did not need to be that far off target. Not at all. It's so much break. What does that feel like? Just pushing it through. I mean, you're pushing it through, and I feel like it just has to come off the face so much. Okay, big putts. Big putts. A lot of golf left. Come on, let's do something. Let's do something magical and make a cut here. It'd be some of the greatest golf I've ever played to do so. But I think if we can stay in it and make some good shots and then make some putts, like, anything is possible. 10 mile an hour into the wind, uphill, 149. 139, a little bit more. That's such a tight window, but, like, the problem ends up being if you try and take this in, like, I just don't think you're gonna get there. I like the way that swing felt. Oh, we're gonna roll backwards. Just overshaped it a little bit too much. But still an uphill putt. Not a ton of break here. This is about getting the pace right more than anything, I think. Moves a little right to left. Little right to left. Little right to left. Back left to right, which is kind of hold the line. And then it's negligible break back at the end. See, I took power off of that because it's such a messed up thing. If you hit that too firm, you're off the back of the green. So it sucks because I want that birdie, but you're a cheap reviewer. Guy, what's going on, man? Welcome back for 52 months. Hope you continue to enjoy your faces. Thank you for choosing to use your Prime sub over here. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Okay, I don't think you can drive this one down here. I think in round one we could have, but you lose any sort of line at the hole. 321, 335, and then win slightly back in. You can put it in the bunker, but I don't want to be taking that shot, so... Like I said, in round one, I think we may have made a mistake. This round, I don't think laying up is the mistake. I think being back here and having an attack angle coming in is gonna be our greatest asset. Now, getting all of these lies and everything correct, that's gonna be the taller task. It's a good strike. I just need the wind to do its thing. That's not doing its thing. This could be terrible. I mean, that's such a good... That's the input and everything. The wind just does minimal. The wind just does minimal things. I actually think you might be able to go a little bit more aggressive with this. Like sand wedge chip because there's a backstop? If I go lob wedge chip, could get very dicey, but I think sand wedge... See, it carried a little bit further, but there's backstop. So my whole thought process here is you have something to stop it, potentially even do a little bit of that rollback. So ultimately not that bad. Just stinks because I feel like that approach shot was in the right spot. Okay, I know that's playing it more aggressive, but we got to do it. All right, downhill. It's actually even downhill more because it's 45 to the flag. And this is driving downhill below it. So you can get this out a good ways. So I'm actually going to play it in a way that we try and play a big draw. I hit it very fast, so now we're going to draw it into the rough over here. Not great. Not great. Kind of forcing things a little bit too much there, I think. Okay, out of the rough, up the hill, out to the right, wind back. You're trying to land it short and just kind of get something up in the area, I think. Got low rolled. Alright, so let's just try and get up and down here. You know, come out unscathed and then try and attack the next. Okay, so uphill, It's going to take a little bit of the left to right, or right to left out of it, but... Okay, come on. We've found some scores, but we gotta get more. Hole is tucked in the back. 172. Get about 10 in the face. Which is immediately, you know, take it back to 162 and then a little bit more. So give it just like a touch of D-loft. Oh, the slow absolutely kills it. I think that was short anyway. I think that wind... I must have been too fast to make that judgment on it. Because that was not the right selection. Alright. Huge swing here. Like, absolutely massive. Oh, this is gonna end up well low. Jeez. You've got to be kidding me, man. And I thought we had a little bit of momentum going. I know it was only 2 under, but it was 2 under with a clean card, and then that's a kick in the nuts. Hey, what's going on, Ears? That stings. That stings. So we like leave one short on the one putt because we don't want to go out the back. Then that one we managed to not get anywhere near enough because it's so uphill. All right, can't let it rattle us. We've got plenty of golf left to try and still make something happen. So let's try and do what we can. A little bit slow. Don't necessarily agree with it carrying that far, but I suppose that is a shot that I've managed to struggle with a little bit more recently. All right, you're tapping it, so it's dropping, and then it's dripping even more, a little there. It stopped breaking at the end. Stop breaking at the end. Hey, what's up, TFR? Brutal? That was indeed part of the YouTube thumbnail for yesterday's round. I don't know what adjective I'm gonna use for today. Oh man. Oh no, not the slow. It's gonna kick too far right. I mean, obviously I think part of it is we try and get a little bit too cute with some of the shots. But at the same time, like, I feel like you have to. I feel like if I try and just play to the middle of the green, like, I don't even know what kind of look I have. You don't really have a look. Like, it forces you in a way that you have to take all of the aggressive shots and different things. Or at least that's how I see it, and maybe that's my issue. Rehybrid, 237. It's 10-mile-an-hour wind. I mean, you're going with it, so it's less. Oh, that's so fast. Where does that come from? Where does that stuff come from is like what I have not quite understood. This is gonna come out so much. I'm still low on it. I mean, we're under par. I gotta take the small wins, I guess. Alright, that should stay safe. It's mean streets out here. It is mean streets out here. And we're just off by the smallest margins enough to make things just miserable. Downhill lie, like it's gonna kick off of this and then run. So if I give a good amount of backspin, see, that was weird how that played. I mean, that's the outcome I was hoping for. I just didn't think the ball was gonna start spinning back and then re-release. I just kind of thought that it would take a lesser roll, but yeah. The outcome is the outcome. A little bit less break at the end. Okay, so breaks a lot more in the beginning. All right, it's a birdie. We just gotta get like 6 more in the last 6 holes. Right? Or 7 holes? Math is hard. So we're not out of it. Biggest thing is just like, don't do anything dumb to get demotion marks. Keep chipping away. Maybe, just maybe, like, I don't know, you find an eagle or something, like, you get something special that helps propel you up. But we've got everything to play for here. 9 to 10. Uphill 8, 157. That's not going to play the full 10, I don't think. It's going to play a bit, though. Oh, that's a lovely strike. Sit, 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 sit. Come on. And we convert. Back-to-back birdies. Okay, we're looking a little bit more closely to the start of the round. These par 5s just have been like 0 opportunities. And I'm not a guy to be able to really hit the overpowers with any sort of consistency, so we'll take the fairway and reg, but I don't think this is going to be something we can really get after. I mean, you have kind of an incredible lie. 273, 276, 290, 288, and then the wind. But like this is designed in a way to kick you into that bunker or kick you into that bunker. And even if we didn't, we would have too much speed and roll all the way out the back of the green. Like this game over PGA, Pat? I do. I think that EA's PGA has like a good career mode and stuff. But for me, you know, you've got the custom courses. The actual gameplay is just a lot better in my opinion in this game. Because the big thing with 2K is your inputs like fully dictate your shot. So like if you hit your shot in the white line and hit the perfect tempo, it will go where you want it to. In EA, like I'm fine with the randomness in career mode, but it doesn't translate into online. I hate having just randomness baked into my shot in a competitive setting. Hey, what's going on, Van? Welcome back. All right, so uphill shot, 108, 98. See, this could be right around the flag, but is going to want to spin back. So I've got to give it, like, full... Got to take all the spin off of this guy and see what we can do with it. That'll work. That'll work, that'll work, that'll work. Touch a break at my feet, touch a break up at the hole. Just hit it firmly into the hole. Pat, thank you for the follow. Come on, let's make a run of it. Let's make a run of it. Let's do the unthinkable. What is this whole location? Do you try and bank it off of here? Am I getting too flirtatious with danger? 193, what do you have as tailwind here? 10? Diagonal, we'll call it like 8 or 9. But downhill, it's still gonna go quite a bit. 175, 182, 91. See, like if you go down a club, you're not getting there. I don't really want to go over the top because that kicks down, and then you do have a backstop, but I just don't know if going right over the top is safe. It's really what it boils down to. 193. I mean, I think the 6-iron would go, that just would go. But maybe that backside, I mean, it's faster greens and everything. That would just carry so much more, right? 7-iron, 193. 195. That's as good as we're gonna get. I could try and go in a way where we play that backstop, but I don't want to risk like running up and over or it having too much coming back. So this at least gets us on with a chance. I did hit 101 and fast, so like it carried a little bit further, but so we break back a bunch more at the end, and that's going to be the real key to this whole thing. It's like it starts to drift out, but very quickly come back at the end. Oh, man, we almost had it. We almost had it. I think so, Van. I think so. Okay. So this is a par 5 we have to make good on. Cuz you get the downhill, downwind. You don't want to go all the way through, but did I get this too far left? Maybe we'll get a slight kick right. That's going to be on the ground long enough. All right, 216 yards. So it's not really an eagle look because it's downhill. Like this is all protection on that front pin. This is all protection on that front pin. So what you're looking for is like land it here and try and get it to stop up on this shelf. Watching your favorite show right now? Very nice. 206. See, like the 6-iron? Fully shaped on that backspin. I think I'm going to have to go up to the 5-iron and do the shape to try and get it to sit. I hit it slow. I overshaped it anyway. I think even with the perfect. Okay, so it makes the eagle a little bit harder, but if we can get up and down here, still got a good chance. So if you go full... That's gonna be a little bit. Take it back just a touch, and then you're throwing it up the hill and trying to get this thing to snap over to the left. Underhit it a little bit, but it should be playable for birdie. Hey, what's going on, Shift Control? How are you doing? What quest? To seek the Holy Grail. That is your quest. Alright, so we got about 9 or so down the hill. Oh, this is such a tough shot. If we can get it right, we can get something close. 125. Down 26 feet. You're playing this into the low 130s. With the wind, it's going to keep carrying out. Gonna play some loft and some spin, and you're just gonna try and sit this guy here. Bring out you dead! Oh, 96. Be a little short. Ah, that if it takes a nice bounce. Ooh, that is money. Which makes me wonder, would 100% have been out the back of the green? Maybe. Maybe. Seek pure emotional meltdown when you play golf? It's not what we seek, but it is what we get. Alright, gotta full shape this driver here. Try and get it to cut into the right-hand side of the fairway. Oh, a little bit too slow. I figured it wasn't gonna be a friendly kick. I had my hopes up, but I assumed not. I think this is just, you end up having to take your medicine. Because even with all of this stuff, like, we're so short. Alright. The 8-iron hits it? I mean, we're in the fairway, but even the 8-iron stock hits that thing. Wow. Alright, we gotta plant one close to try and make par here. 108. I think you should be okay for something like this. Then wind. I mean, you're flirting hard with that right-hand side, but you kind of have to. Little on the faster side. Okay, this putt for par. Pretty strong on the left to right break. Pretty dang strong on the left to right break. Great putt. I do Van, but it's like a personal one. I don't have any sort of gaming Facebook. I don't even really use Facebook. It's just kind of there for if people need to tag me in something or get in contact with me, but even that, it's mostly like my wife tagging me in pictures. All right, right-hand side of the fairway. And sit it down. I mean, I put full off, full backspin on it, so if it gets out the left-hand side from there, I'm not sure what else you could do. 171 yards. Gotta leave it on the short side. 10-ish yards at the back. It's not gonna play fully though. Something like this 9-iron. That's a round pin high, I think, if you play it. So you're gonna need some loft to try and get the landing softer and on that slope. No kick left. I was gonna say, should sit soft enough. Alright, let's get this to 7 under. I don't know where the cut line's at. It's gonna be close, but all I can say is we fought. If we don't make the cut, we fought hard. Touch left, but then it breaks right more, and then like kind of fake left at the end, it seems. Wow. Didn't really move. Didn't really move to the left there in the middle. But that's big fight. Even in 6 under, tale of 2 very different rounds. I know that this is probably in some respects an easier round, although looking at it, yeah, there were some big rounds, but fairly consistent across the board there. Even some people that shot better in round 1. So I don't know if it's quite going to be enough. I don't think so. T65 gets in, so I think we're going to be missing a cut here, but at least we can say we went down swinging.